a teacher stands in front of 30 students explaining algebra. What none of them know is that after the bell rings, she becomes someone completely different online. 500,000 subscribers watch her every move, and she's about to discover that keeping these two worlds separate is harder than any lesson plan she's ever written. Meet Jessica Chen, 10th grade math teacher by day. She's been creating YouTube content for 3 years now, building an audience that would make most creators jealous. Beauty tutorials, lifestyle vlogs, product reviews. The channel exploded last year when one of her videos went viral. But there's a problem. She never told anyone at school. Not the principal, not her colleagues, definitely not her students. Jessica kept both identities locked in separate boxes, convinced they could never touch. Teaching was serious, professional, respectable. YouTube was her creative outlet, her escape from grading papers and parent-teacher conferences. Then everything changed during fourth period. Tyler Martinez sat in the back row, scrolling through his phone when he should have been taking notes on quadratic equations. His eyes went wide. He elbowed his friend Marcus, tilting the screen toward him. Marcus nearly fell out of his chair. Within minutes, a dozen phones were buzzing with messages. They'd found her channel. Jessica noticed the whispers immediately. Something felt different. Students kept glancing at her, then at their phones, then back at her with these knowing smiles. Her stomach dropped. After 3 years of carefully constructed separation, the walls were crumbling. By lunch, half the school knew. The other half would know by dismissal. She sat in her classroom during her planning period, watching her phone light up with notifications. New subscribers. Comments flooding in. Students were sharing her videos across every social media platform imaginable. Some comments were supportive. Others were less kind. A few parents had already started asking questions. Principal Morrison knocked on her door around 2 o'clock. Jessica's hands were shaking as she invited him in. This was it. She'd violated some unwritten rule about teachers maintaining appropriate boundaries. Her career was probably over, all because she wanted to film makeup tutorials on weekends. But Morrison didn't look angry. He looked curious. He'd seen the videos, watched a few actually. His daughter was a subscriber, had been for months without realizing the connection. He asked Jessica one simple question. Was this affecting her teaching? She thought about her lesson plans, always prepared. Her students' test scores, consistently above district average. The extra hours she spent tutoring kids who struggled. None of that had changed. Morrison nodded slowly. Then he said something unexpected. The school had been trying to connect with students through digital platforms for years, failing miserably every time. Maybe Jessica's unique position could actually help bridge that gap. What if instead of hiding, she leaned into it? Jessica realized something sitting in that office. She'd spent 3 years treating her two identities like they were incompatible, when maybe they'd been complementary all along. Her creativity didn't diminish her teaching. If anything, it made her more relatable, more human to students who only saw teachers as authority figures. The question wasn't whether she could keep both worlds separate anymore. It was whether she was ready to let them collide.